We're here. I know I'm not talking to anybody because no one's fingers are quick enough to get onto the video right now, but when I do see this video tomorrow, whenever it pops up on my Facebook feed, it starts from the beginning. So for all those of you that are watching later, what's happening? For those of you that are joining in right now as the numbers are coming up, what's happening to you? You know what it is and how it goes and where we are. The Glass Academy, we're talking about what was made on the show, a ridiculous show, and we're talking about everything else going on in life and answering questions and saying what up to Mary Lou over here and all that goodness. So I'll give you guys a couple more seconds. I'll ramble for a second longer here. Pretty excited about this show. Got a lot of really good stuff happening here at the shop. I will tell you guys, we've talked about it before, glass blowing is a cyclical industry where the first 3 months of the year, nothing's really happening. You know, it really slows down. People are after Christmas, they're kind of gathering their things up. Tax season's coming up. It's cold. No one's going out and about as much. And we made some really good stuff, but it was a little tough for me at the beginning. After a great Christmas season and having seen 1 million people, then we didn't see anybody, and it was like, I felt like I was living under a rock. Now things are really ramping up, and it's really exciting, and these annealer reveals are perfect because we come straight from me, Marissa, and Michelle meeting about the business, future of the business, action steps, what we're doing and how we're getting things done around here and what we want to get done. And it just riles me up. It gets me so excited about this business, so excited to talk to you guys, so excited to be a part of this industry and doing what we're doing. It's almost got me a little bit teary right now. Super cool. It's super cool, and I'm really happy to be here and doing what we love, having a great staff and making everything happen. It's just the most gorgeous thing ever. So that's amazing, and now that I got that out of my system, I'll dial it back down a little bit, get a little less emotional, and take a look at the comments here for a second. What's happening, Dana? Mary Lou, I saw your comment on the show about wondering if the slug was in the mail. She got it today. That's amazing. That was a pretty sweet Slimer right there. Very cool. Christine's in the house. What's happening? Carol, she's a pretty good slug collector. Got 2 of the first incense holding slugs, custom order. That was pretty sweet. Hope you're doing well, Carol. Dana, I know you love those Patriotic mugs because you got one, and I'm going to talk about who got those and how they turned out in a minute here. Carol, yes, Carol. Edith from Georgia, very cool. Is it pronounced Bettina? Could it be Bettina? I don't know, but that's from New Jersey. How do you do? Connie, Kathleen, what's happening, everybody? It's a beautiful Thursday, like I said. This is the annealer reveal, and let's get into it. Constance, what's happening? Coming to visit pretty soon. Carol's doing fantastic, and if you guys are really coming to visit, you're taking a bubble class, or you got to be here for the 31st of July. It's going to be a ridiculous, crazy time. That's perfect. Bettina. Thank you. I'll remember that. So, we are looking at this, and I'll start with the warmer-upper. I'm pretty excited about all of these products, but Chris got it warmed up today. Me, Matt, and Brandon before the show made a bunch of bubbles we made quite a few in the past few days, but we're still probably not even 3/4 or 1/4 of the way there. We got 3/4 of the way to go to 1,000 bubbles to break the Guinness Book of World Records and set our record in the book by the end of the month. We're going to do it. I'm 90% sure. But here's the warmer-upper. So Chris started with this sweet bowl. We were in the cool colored theme. We did hot colors last week. We got mixed products from all over the gallery, cool colors. Chris started it off with this absolute gorgeous, already sold piece. Now, I haven't got to signing all these. I know there's some special signing I got to do on this one, but I will show you this up close right about meow. And I got to give Bill a call as well. But let's take a look at this. Talk about that copper blue. Look at the optics in it. It almost looks like it's like some kind of webbed duck foot going up. But didn't it look green on the show? It looked like a green bowl. We were promising you it's going to look blue. Look at this bottom. Look at that Rosetta foot, like waves. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now, remember, you can't eat anything hot out of this. Don't put a giant scoop of mashed potatoes in here. Bill, or I believe his wife's name was Sil. I don't know how secretive this is all going to be. I'm going to stop talking, but this is just a beautiful bowl. That's a perfect size. That's cereal. That would be a nice double scoop of ice cream, which, by the way, last night I used your ice cream scoop, Sam. It was great. It was amazing. So that's that. Beautiful bowl. That one's sold on the show. Michelle got it up, and Bill bought that one. So that's a beautiful thing. Up second, that's right. So Julie's piece had been asked to put later in the show. That's her custom order right there. So we went right on to the Patriotic Mug situation, folks. If you're not from America, I'm sure you maybe know. If you don't know, this last weekend was the 4th of July. That's the birthday of America, and everybody and all their grandmas and grandpas and their grandchildren were either at the grill eating burgers or they were out on the water getting sunburnt. And so what we had to do was make a little bit of a patriotic situation for the show, and here it is. I can't quite picture it right now. This is the one. This was the one on the show. And now the first person who made the actual purchase, I'll sign this one on the bottom with the show number 170. But the first one to make that order timing-wise is going to get the original one from the show. This is a feathering technique, folks, and I am so happy the red. You can see a slight edge to where it turns darker up against the blue and up against the white over here. That's what happens. Red's a real finicky color, but look at the gold accents, and I'm so happy the red did say pretty darn strong where you need it to. Wait till you see the inside. Look at that. Are you serious? I mean, this is amazing. And I asked Michelle on the show, and I knew I was going to be kind of pushing some buttons, but I said, Michelle, is there any chance we could put up multiples of these for the 4th of July special and for our mug collectors, the people that really like the mugs, to get an opportunity to get one of these? There she is, folks. There she is. Yes, I haven't talked about that yet, okay. But it's super cool. We got a nice little note.
Lovely.
I know. I know.
Wow.
I know.
Even though our country is kind of having a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still got to love the good parts about it. So let me just read the names, and I hope you guys don't mind out there because I know you guys are all pretty good collectors. We've got collectors of all different products of what we do, and mugs and drinkware are bread and butter. My parents have been doing this long before I've been here, and they've got people collecting from back in the day. But these are the people I know of and that are present collectors of our specifically mugs. 90% sure, 3 out of 4 I know are huge mug collectors, and I think it's just really cool that we asked for these specific one-of-a-kind, super sweet, limited edition mugs to have a few more, and the 4 people who I know of that collect mugs all got one. So let's take a look here. We got, starting with Katrina. She's got mugs like you wouldn't imagine. She's got a beautiful collection. Jordana, mug lover. Linda, I mean, she's all over the place, but I know she can respect a good mug. And Amy, I know I've made a few. I think I made a custom order possibly for Amy with these mugs. Now, I don't know if you guys all wanted to hear their names. I don't know if they want to or not, so I'm not going to give you their last names. But you know who you are, and a lot of you know from the chat who those people are as well, and may have even become friends with them through the love for glassblowing. So that's just big time. That's just really big time. And Matt and I were able to actually make these. Normally, just like with the rainbow mugs, we upcharge for them because it's bar color. It takes a lot more time, and it takes, I would have loved to have another assistant, where we had on the show, we had Michelle and Chris helping out. This morning, I totally forgot. I was such on the bubble train. Matt and Brandon were making bubbles all Wednesday morning. That's when all 3 of us worked together. They made bubbles. I got a bunch of other back-end stuff done, and by the time we got to the mugs, I remembered about them. It was just me and Matt. So we actually did it. We did it. It was like a 4-hour slot, and we made these guys. It was not a super time running super thing, but we relaxed, and we fell in love with these mugs, and we made them, and they got a lot of love and a lot of beauty in them. So mad respect to Matt. He's doing a great job. He's doing a really good job with the handles, too. Really incredible. What's happening, Norman, Dana, Gaia? I think I say that right every time. I think so. And then we got the Glass Academy in the house. That's beautiful. So if you guys got questions, holler at us right now, because this is the time where I'm really watching the chat. When I'm making a mug like that, or Chris is on the pipe making a mug, it's hard for me to keep an eye on the chat. But those are great. I think they're still going to be on the website. We kind of already made them, but if somebody really did still love them, they're probably going to be up until Tuesday, I believe, if we get a couple more orders. Moving on from that, we got Julie Finn's. We called it the Ocean Blue Bowl is what we called it, but this was a change bowl for her house. She spoke to me about it a long time ago, and she's finally coming around to get it. She was handling her mom. Her mom had COVID for the past couple weeks, and she's just getting better now. And if we all send a little love her way to her and her mom for getting through that. Sounds like it was a little bit of a nightmare, as a lot of the cases seem to be, but it sounds like she's getting better as well. So she was able to watch this happen on the show on the later half of things. She said, artist choice, baby, ocean theme, and look at what Chris put together for her. Wait till you see the inside of this thing. Look at the action. Let me get my hand out of there. Look at the swirls. If that's not like living in the ocean, I mean, that's about as watery as it gets. Look up here. A little white mixed in for a little froth. And then we actually, this is clear and then blue and then clear folded over. So it's kind of like a wave splashing over the side of the bowl. Nice big GA stamp, and then the foot is super clean. Look at the watery, crystalline clearness of that. See the reflection of the entire shop back there? Of course, everything I think is flipped upside down, right? Yep, because that's how that works. Super cool. Don't ask me how that works, but that's how glass works. And Julie, you got a ridiculous one. Julie's got a beautiful collection. She's been around for a long time, a local customer of ours, and she's just adding another one. I will say a lot of the pieces Julie's custom ordered and purchased over the years are gifts. Julie is a pretty, I wanted to say heartless, but selfless. Pretty selfless person, you know. I mean, she is hustling at school. She's a massage therapist, and she's buying things for other people all the time. So mad respect to Julie. Another beautiful custom order for you. That is just super cool, and I love to see it. Donna's wondering, will they be available for others to buy? I think I answered that question. I think they are still on the Gathering Point page, and it looks like, boom, Sam's right on it. Just put the link right there for you. Beautiful swirls. Julie is a lucky girl, and Kathleen's got tears. I almost had tears at the start of this show, so maybe it's just that kind of day. Man, that's what I'm talking about. All right, moving on. We got the giveaway right here. I got two more really cool things to talk about before we wrap things up. This is a Twist Cup I'm pretty proud of. I talked to you about it on the show. Most of you guys know the scenario with the Twist Cup. If you don't, ask one of the Glass Academy addicts, because they answer questions all the time, or make a post on the Glass Academy Addicts Facebook page with all of our followers, and they think it'd be cool to talk about Twist Cup and what everybody knows. But this is just turned out really good. That's a Patriotic Twist Cup. Look at the horizontalness of the twist. It's really good. It's a 12-point mold, so I could have used a 24-point mold, and it would have looked even more tight, but I wanted the challenge of the 12-point mold. And it just, it went really well. Michelle was helping me out on the back end with this one. We got a bright red lip wrap. If I would have put red in the cracks here, it would be a brown cup. Completely brown. It would have a blue cup on top. So that's why I chose to do white with the blue and then your red accent on top. And look down in there. It's paper thin. It's a super light cup. Beautiful lemonade glass. This is going to be perfect for 4th of July next year or any day of the year. And this is the giveaway. So I'm going to sign that one too. If you guys answered the giveaway question, you sent it to enews@glassacademy.com. I believe it was something about staying cool. How do you guys stay cool, or no? That was last week? Oh yeah, critters in your yard. What kind of critters you got in your yard? It's just a simple question. Send that to enews@glassacademy.com, and that is how you enter for next week to win. We usually have on average about 100 entries. It goes up and down, fluctuates, but 1 in 100 chance to win that next week, and that is super cool. Carol would love the Twist Cup. Peach tea glass. That sounds pretty good. I would love an unsweetened peach tea. I don't like the sugary stuff very much, but an unsweetened peach tea with a bunch of ice cubes in that thing, psh, delicious. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. The last two things that we got going on here. The first one is from these guys right here, Karen and Dan. I don't believe they're big commenters, but they have been watching the show for quite a while. They went out, if I remember correctly, they wrote us a beautiful note. I believe it was their cottage out in Tori, which is in Finland, and they copped us a sweet finished flag. As you may know, I'm not sure the angle of the camera, but we got 5 flags. We're adding number 6 from either countries or states of our amazing viewers, our amazing fans and followers that watch globally what we do here at the Glass Academy. And mad respect. We love Finland. We've got it in our blood. We're part of a Fin camp up north. We've talked about it on the show. We love going in the sauna. We love jumping in an ice-cold lake with a big hole busted in it. And Chris especially knows all about that. He's the board. He's the leader of our Finnish camp over there. And super cool that we're adding another flag, and we appreciate you guys. The note means a ton too, hearing about these guys and what they're doing and how they appreciate the show. It's very cool. So thank you, Darren, Karen, and Dan. We'll say something on Tuesday's show as well. We really appreciate that. We're going to get that up on there. And I think it's cool that it's sitting in one of the American flags, because every single country out there is good for their own reason. Every country's got their own history, their heritage, beautiful things about every single country, and not so beautiful things about every country. We live in a world where everything is different everywhere you go, and we got to do as much as we can to stay positive and make beautiful things and have a good time. So mixing it up there with a little multi-cultural piece with the flag in it. Super cool. I would say so, Linda. Congratulations on that beautiful purchase. This piece is something that I'm not going to talk too much about, but I'm just going to say that just before this show, we recorded a VIP exclusive video. Whenever there's something interesting, something cool, something different, whether it's about business, whether it's about glass, whether it's about our personalities, our employees around here, as much as I can, and it's not every week, it's not every other week even sometimes, I try and make a small video about something really cool in the shop for our VIP members. Those are the people that pay $5 a month to our YouTube subscription to support what we're doing, the experimental show, the Annealer reveal. No one's paying us to do this right now except for product purchases. So those guys are the VIPs. They sponsor our show, basically. And I made a really cool post about, we just made a purchase of a bunch of color from this beautiful lady who lives in Canada now and hadn't brought her color out of her garage in probably color tools and a couple other things since the 90s is when she wrapped it all up. And she offered it to us. We made a purchase with her, and I went through some of the tools, I went through some of the color, and I went through some of the newspaper from the 1990s that is super cool. Just really cool to see a little throwback in history there. So Sam's going to be posting that video. They come up on Fridays, either this Friday or next Friday. It probably won't be tomorrow, but stay tuned for that video. And if you are a VIP supporter, if you're not, go to YouTube. $5 a month isn't much, but it adds up for us, and it keeps things rolling on our end. This is some of the bar color. I had to check it was compatible with our material, so we made a mug out of it. Matt brought this handle. Matt's bringing incredible handles. He's growing as a glass blower every day. He's not even working full time yet. I'm waiting until Joey gets back, and then they're going to be really pumping it out together. Those guys are going to be a dynamic duo. So check out that video. Check out the VIP membership. I think I covered all corners, folks. I see you guys aren't commenting much, but you're sticking with me. I see you on the numbers, so hope you guys are enjoying today's show. I hope you enjoyed Tuesday's show. And again, I'll just reiterate, there's so much good stuff going on around here. I'm so excited for the Guinness show. You guys have no idea. And we're just going to keep having a great time and making cool stuff. And if you guys have any questions, you know where to reach us. We're the Glass Academy, family-run business. Here in Dearborn, Michigan, making art with our hands as much as we can, even though it's 2,000 degrees. But that's the story. We're going to get back to it. We got a lot to do today, and that's a beautiful thing. And you guys better watch the experimental show on Sunday, because I got a plan for something really cool that we're going to be making. That's it. Over and out. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week.